figured it out. They won yesterday. They're going to take on the Talons at 9:30 Eastern. All of this is going to be on ESPN2. That's a good umbrella. Appropriate. Love the yellow ball.
Yeah, how about the Cascade taking down the Talons? The Talons suffering their first loss of the season, defending champs, and the new kids on the block from Portland who have kind of been on the road similar to the Texas Volts, have not been able to be on their home field just yet, so doing things the hard way, but it's a good start to the series for the Cascade.
Here's Dakota Kennedy. Dakota Kennedy getting a chance to bat. Second consecutive game she started. Didn't start the first two, but she came off the bench and had wonderful pinch hitting opportunities, hitting line drives all over the field, and now she's hitting fourth in the lineup. So to go from not playing, to coming off the bench, to hitting fourth all within a window of 4 days, it's pretty impressive.
Kind of goes with that whirlwind that all of these rookies are dealing with. Your collegiate career is ending and you've just played at the Women's College World Series, and then of course you've got to put on a new uniform, start your career with the AUSL and get in the box against some vets. And that's a big strikeout for Mullins to start this inning and try and keep it clean, especially after your team and your teammate gave you that one-run lead.
We've had 6 combined strikeouts in our game, and every single one has been looking. Pickens, 4 strikeouts, all looking. Now Mullins, 2 strikeouts, both looking. Alyssa Brito swings at this, sinking into left field, stays up in time for Goodwin to make the play. Mullins has retired the first 5 she's faced.
Your designated player, number 99, Kayla Kowalik.
Here's Kayla Kowalik. 3 for 10 for Kowalik. Always bats with her hands slightly apart from each other. One ball and 1 strike. Texas Volts 1-2. Open the series against the Spark. The Blaze 2-1. Open the season against the Portland Cascade. Another called strike. 1-2.
You can see Michaela Edenfield is calling the pitches for Mullins in the circle. Just wanted to make sure that they were on the same page there. Getting the call right.
70 miles per hour, misses wide, and the count evens. If you're just joining us, we expect to see Najee Kennedy make her pro debut. She's in the building, just recently signed with the Texas Volts. There she is, a difference maker everywhere she has been.
But first time for AU being out here.
What's the biggest difference, I guess, for you? Like, do you have to train differently or warm up? Like, what do you have to do differently to get yourself ready to play center?
Yeah, I definitely have to get a little bit of a longer arm out here.
Yeah.
My throws are a lot longer. And then just ball flight. I have to read more than just reactions. Obviously, reactions help, but second base is, you know, quick and easy. And then out here, I got time to think.
Leanne Good is batting against Carlin Pickens.
Stick.
I do actually want to ask you, Aubrey, I want to start with Carlin, because you have had a, I guess, different perspective on her journey and her growth from being a Tennessee pitcher to now pitching on your team, right? You are.
Oh, you're going in and out on me.
Oh, no. Well, you're a little far out there in center field, so I was a little worried about our connection.
Oh, yeah.
You got us now?
I got you now.
Okay, so just give us a little bit about Carlin, because you've seen her in all these different facets, right? Being on that Tennessee staff, and she's one of your players, but now you're on the same team.
Yes.
How has it been to watch her journey?
You're going in and out again, but I'm going to answer your question. Nice, Scar. See you working. it's so cool to see Carlin from her freshman year to now just develop as a player and stay hungry. Like her whole career wants to continually get better, not afraid of hard work. And then to see her on the biggest stage in college at the World Series and then out here and just like a champ fitting in and holding herself like a pro.
We saw her pitch a couple of days ago and so impressed with the smile and the joy and the energy. Has that always been something that you've noticed with her game?
She definitely plays, yeah, Jen, got time. She definitely plays with a lot of that.
Aubrey, I want to ask about the crowd here that we have seen week 1, right? This is now technically series 2, but still week 1, and the berm has been so full, and you're out there in center field. What has it been like to see the fans turn out?
It's electric out here. It's so cool to feel like the city of Durham has just, stick car, nice, has just welcomed us. The support, we can feel it from day 1, like you said, full stadium. And then, you know, it's noon and people are out here sweating with us. So super pumped to have Durham as our home base.
Second year you've been with the Blaze. You guys got off to a really slow start last year. What's been the big difference this year when you guys have gotten off to this good start? 2-1 now.
I heard slow start last year.
Slow start, good start this
Good
year.
start, yeah.
What's been the difference this year?
Yes. You know, I think it's been really, got time, Brito. Nice list. It's been really cool to see us adjust and grow and know that, you know, we're building something. Don't have to expect everything to be firing on all cylinders from the first day of last year, but to be able to build on it, and I think it shows.
Aubrey, thank you for your time.
Advantage. She has been an underdog her entire career, so being able to have this presence, that is something that she has fought for time and time again. Jessica Mullins, everybody, just the swings, the misses, and the discipline. I love the fact you talked about how 5'2", being able to overcome the height difference, being able to overcome being told she's never going to make it in college, much less pro, and the outing that she's had today has been phenomenal.
So far, so good. Yeah, thank you, Nicole. She did not have a great outing a couple of days ago. Only 1 inning, gave up 6 runs, 5 of them earned. So this is a radical difference through the first 2 innings, Kenzie.
Well, you get an opportunity, you know, to be out of that reserve pool and you get a big start, right? This is the opening game for this series. You're on the road. Your team is still down a couple of pitchers. And you get the call, and it's time to show out. If you want to play at this league, you get an opportunity. And it's kind of what we were talking about with Aaliyah Binford a season ago, who was out of the reserve pool, played for the Blaze, did really well. And so what happens the next season? Well, you get yourself on a team because of what you can show that you can do. And so I love the fact that Mullins is just out there painting the corners. I think she does such a good job of keeping the ball down in the zone, working that knee height. Seen a couple of changeups, those timely changeups right at the right time.
Jenna Laird is the batter, going out here in the 3rd inning. Well, what Jessica Mullins is doing is by performing and getting outs, is we are expecting at some point to see Nigeri Kennedy make her pro debut. But if you can get innings and length out of Jessica Mullins, that's going to make the job for Nyjah all the bit easier when she comes in. If she doesn't have to pitch 5 or 6 innings, just get a handful of outs. Laird flies out to left. That's now 8 consecutive retired by Mullins to begin the game.
So far, every inning she's had a strikeout. We'll see if one comes here, but the bat at the bottom of this lineup in this 9 spot, Alicia Ocasio, has been a hot one for the Blaze.
Called strike 1 to Ocasio. She is the only Carolina Blaze hitter with at least a hit in every game this year. 4 for 8 with a double and 5 runs batted in.
Led the team in RBI coming out of that 9 spot. Former national champ. Well, I guess not former, right? Once you're a national champ,
Right.
You're just always a national champ.
Don't ever take it away from
Right.
her. Part of that great Florida program. Florida over the years. Amanda Lorenz, Kelly Barnhill, Kelsey Stewart Hunter, Lauren Hager,
Keep going.
Yeah, good.
We saw Corby Otis with a grand
Christy
slam
Merritt.
this week, right?
Aubrey Monroe. Sure, there were some fantastic players over the years. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Ocasio, good battle. Wow, stayed back on that changeup, and it's off the third baseman's glove. That'll be the first base runner allowed by Mullins. Ball hit Vega on the glove, it just couldn't hang on.
Center fielder, number 75, Aubrey.
Outstretched here, this would have been one heck of a grab, and this is a great piece of hitting from Ocasio. Sitting back on that changeup, you can see the reaction from Mullins. She wanted that one, wanted to keep it another clean inning, but hit very sharply off of the hot bat from Ocasio.
First hit for the Blaze. First ball swinging, this is Leach, and what a play! Jaden, good! 1 pitch, 1 out here in the 4th inning.
At bat for Texas, number 23,
Pickens, a winner,
Jennings.
back on Wednesday here in this field. That was a game against the Portland Cascade. The only thing she really gave up was a monstrous home run to Megan Grant. But truth be told, she also struck out Grant twice. Pickens, the winning pitcher in her pro debut. That was an 11-2 runaway winner for the Blaze back on Wednesday. Tiare Jennings called strike 1-1. Two and 1.
I think it's also just a really fun dynamic between Carlin Pickens and Reese Atwood, her battery mate. 2 rookies that have faced each other time and time again in their collegiate careers with Texas and, of course, with Tennessee. And now wearing the same uniform, they've also spent some time together on Team USA, so familiar with each other, with playing together. But now doing it as a couple of pros.
Full count, 1 out. Here's Tiare Jennings, payoff pitch. A little bit low. That's the first walk allowed since the first inning by Pickens. She walked the second batter of the game and has kept it clean ever since, but now a base runner. Look who is in the bullpen, getting loose. Nyjah Kennedy. When she comes into our game, it will be her pro debut after finishing off an All-American career at Texas Tech. Binford a homer, her last time up. Ball gets away briefly by the catcher, and it's going to allow Jennings to take an extra base.
That's a good go. Tiare Jennings taking off, reading this changeup in the dirt. Reese Atwood, who has a cannon, just throwing it down just in case. Maybe round second base, catch a runner off, but Jennings sliding in safely.
2 balls and a strike to Binford. Binford played at both Baylor and Ole Miss. Went to the 2025 Women's College World Series. Takes a huge swing, fouls it straight back.
Oh, she wants that one back. That was one big swing, and she just missed it. Whenever you see, as a pitcher, you see a hitter foul it off and it goes straight back, I am taking note of that in the circle. Like, okay, you just missed it. I need to make sure I don't throw you that pitch again.
That is a fair ball. Throw is high, but it's brought down by nets. 2 outs. Runner has to remain on at second.
At bat for the Bolts, number 20, Jackie Liss.
Here's Jackie Liss trying to bring in the second run of the game for the Volts. Called strike 1 to Liss. Pickens struck out 4 of the first 8 batters she faced. The last 6 have been able to put the ball in play or walk against her.
Well, every ball that's been put in play, except for the Binford home run, has been very weak contact to the infield. A lot of ground balls to either Pickens herself or Brito at short. We just saw kind of some weak contact to Anna Gold at third, and that's just because of how hard Pickens throws. So you're seeing a lot of jam shots in the infield.
Good take by Liss. 6th time that Pickens has gone to a 3-ball count. Twice she has lost Texas hitters and walked them. Counts full.
That were with us last year. 3 if you count Riley Boone, who played for the Spark last year, so that have pro ball under their belt. But this young group has come in with a lot of energy, just a lot of excitement. Obviously, as any athlete, really excited just to get the opportunity to play pro softball, but have really bought in to Coach Woodard and this staff and the info they're providing, the way we're running defense and whatnot. And so it's been fun to watch because there's just been a lot of energy that I think even the handful of older players we have kind of latched onto as well.
I'm going to kind of group the reserve pool players plus the rookies and ask you just kind of big picture, someone that maybe has impressed you that maybe you weren't expecting, because you do have some unexpecteds in that Texas Volt uniform, and we're seeing a lot of them show out.
Yeah, you know, I think probably no surprise to, if you're watching this game, if you're a Duke fan, Amina Vega. We had her as one of our provisional picks, knowing that we were probably going to have to fill in with her. I had 2 that were injured that we thought, you know, we may have to make a fill in, and so we had her as a provisional, but bringing her in, she has just performed at a different level. So it's been really exciting to have her, and she's true utility, so she can play some outfield, she can play second, short, third, wherever we ask her to, and so she's been one that's really stood out. And you know, Jane Goodwin's not a reserve. She's on contract after we found out that Amanda Lorenz was pregnant. We were all excited for Amanda.
Yeah.
But we watched Shorty for probably about 3 weeks, and every time we watched, someone on our staff was like, Shorty with a home run, Shorty beat out a bunch, Shorty did this, and so we were like, you know what, we're bringing in somebody that finds a way to just get it done. So those 2 have really stood out so far, but you know, we love the way this group is coming together, and I think at some point we're going to have to send a few of them home when we get our players back from JDL, but you know, in the meantime, we're really soaking up just the way they've all bonded.
Kat, no one knows pitching like you know pitching. You talked to us about the starter today, Jessica Mullins. Didn't have a great outing her first time out, but so far so good through 3 innings today.
Yeah, Jessica Mullins, obviously very, very familiar with her. I recruited her at Texas State before I stepped down in that role. Obviously, Coach Woodard and Josh Trevino know her really well since they were on staff there for her 4 years as a Texas State Bobcat. And, you know, a little unconventional. I think you put her on a rap soda or something, the numbers of spin rate and all that might not impress you, but she just has a will to win and a belief that she can beat anybody. And then last summer, she picked up for a Triple Crown team that played against the Oklahoma City Spark, and she shoved. And so that was kind of another bright spot where we're like, okay, she has some pro stuff under her belt. So let's bring her in as our reserve for Ali Carta, who's in JDL, and just knew we were going to get a competitor. Not sure we expected 1 hit through, knock on wood, 4 like this, but, you know, also not surprised because she just goes out there and wants to compete at her best. And, you know, we're gonna ride her if she stays hot as long as we can.
Oh yeah. Well, I also want to ask about the new head coach, Ricky Woodard. I love that you've brought her to this league. I think she's just one of the underrated legends of our sport, right? She's been a head coach forever, and she's one of those ones that you can always talk to, and she has so much wisdom. So what was that decision all about when you said, I need Coach Woodard at the helm?
Yeah, she was honestly my first thought when I knew I was going to be searching for a new head coach. And I think a lot of time there's mid-major coaches that are long tenured that people assume they're there because they couldn't get another job, and that's farther from the truth. Sometimes they're there because they choose to stay at mid-major instead of going to Power 4 and the dog-eat-dog world up there. So I obviously worked for her. I knew what I was getting. I know that she's a coach that will go to the field anytime an athlete wants to. She's a coach that's going to get in there with them. She's also very, I say blunt, but just to the point. She doesn't beat around the bush. She doesn't sugarcoat things. She's going to be direct, so communication's huge. She'll tell you all the time. The one thing she knows about females is they don't want to have any questions or have any confusion. So she's going to tell you right out the gate what she's thinking, what she sees. And so I knew our athletes would relate to that. And on top of it, you know, I know what she's done at Texas State. I was part of it, and I just felt like she has really, I say earned or deserved the right to be able to coach these elite athletes after putting in the time and just knowing what she's capable to do as a coach.
First game with Nija Kennedy on your roster. What can you expect out of her just joining the club?
Yeah, she actually beat most of us to Durham. As you guys know, there were some travel issues, but she got in. She got a couple bullpens under her belt. We're excited to add her. Obviously, she brings a lot of fanfare with everyone having, you know, followed her the last 2 years at Texas Tech and being able to lead Tech to the Women's College World Series twice. But, you know, it's going to be another consistent arm for us out of the bullpen. We started the first series with just 4. We needed that 5th arm. I'm glad she signed and was able to join us, but there's going to be a firepower behind her. You know, I don't think there's any secrets on what she throws, but we're going to just try to continue to build off the success she had at Tech, maybe mix pitches up just a little different to give hitters a different look, but she's excited to be here, and we're really excited that she went ahead and signed and has been able to join us this early.
Well, year 2, I know you guys haven't been able to go home yet. You have been on the road, and of course, year 2, we are in these home markets. Eric and I have been here in Durham this entire week, so it's been really fun to see the fans show out for the Blaze. But what are you most excited for to see the fans at Round Rock coming out for the Volts?
First run of the game scored by the Carolina Blaze. Anna Gold scores on the single by Dakota Kennedy, and we're tied at 1. The rookie Kennedy continues to show out. What a wonderful swing this was.
Yeah, getting these home fans going. They needed something to cheer about a little bit. And so I know you, Kat, you guys played at Oklahoma City, and now you are here in Durham, so you've had a little taste to see the opposing fans. And what has impressed you about the crowds that have come out? And then what are you most excited for? Another home run. Oh, man.
Deep over left field fence. It's a homer for Alyssa Brito. A 3-run 4th inning for the Blaze. What a turn of events here in the 4th inning for Carolina. They put 3 on the board to take a 2-run lead on Texas.
Oh, sorry, Kat.
It's all part of it.
It's all part of it. Got a long season. There's a lot of ball game left in this one.
Well, and if you leave the ball over the plate, it's going to go far in this league.
Brito has a big swing. She was looking up. She's kind of sat on one side of the plate a little bit. But still a manageable game here. You have some good offense. I mean, these were the 2 best offenses out of Series 1.
Well, look who's coming into the game. Nija Kennedy's going to come in. Kat, I think it's fitting. We're going to say goodbye to you, still a massive part of this game, and now basically a woman who has similar stature coming into the league that you did when you came in to the NPF 20 years ago. Kat, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you, guys.
Kat Osterman, the general manager for the Texas Volts. Her newest player, Nija Kennedy, going to pitch for the first time as a professional, Kenzie Fowler.
Yeah, I love the fact that we're talking to Kat and she gives us a little bit of the insight of what could be, and then of course a little bit of offense is happening for the Blaze. So you absolutely are going to go to your rookie, because this is what she's here to do. This is the job as a pro, is you're going to come in and try and shut the door. But look at what she's been able to do. Her collegiate career, one of the best in this generation. 4-time All-American, and of course we just saw her fresh off of the Women's College World Series in that championship final. And she's going to bring it very similar to what we've been talking about and seeing with Carlin Pickens with that 70 miles an hour, and it's that rise ball and changeup combination. And this is what Kat was talking about, that we're going to need to see that changeup a little bit more at this level, right? You have to make sure you're moving your pitches around, decepting those hitters, deceiving those hitters rather, but it's going to be so much fun to watch her career as a pro. I have a feeling it'll be a long one. You just think about this rookie class. I cannot say it enough. The star power, whether it's Carlin Pickens, Nija Kennedy, right? Those are our top 2 picks. Reese Atwood, Leanne Good, Jackie List. These are all players that were just fresh off of the Women's College World Series. They are in this league and they're on the field.
First pitch as a pro, called strike one, 68 miles per hour with movement.
Well, this is a really fun first batter because Nigel Kennedy is facing her former coach from a week ago, Kayla Kowalik, assistant coach at Texas Tech, and you're going to be welcome to the AUSL facing someone that knows your stuff very well, maybe better than anyone.
Last 2 years, both these players together in Lubbock. Kowalik, 2 years an assistant coach at Texas Tech. Nyjah, 2 years at Texas Tech after starting her college experience at Stanford. Nyjah Kennedy, second overall pick in the AUSL draft. Only person taken ahead of her, Carlin Pickens. Single into the gap in right center field, maybe a double because Kowalik can run. She's on her way to second and she'll make it. A hustle double for Kowalik.
I love this from Kayla Kowalik. She is calling her own shot here. Yes, of course, she has the hit, but look at her eyes. She's seeing this ball. It doesn't even get to the wall, but you see Riley Boone, the right fielder, slide, and so as soon as you see an outfielder down on the grass with the speed that Kowalik has, she says, I can push this, no problem.
The first 8 batters of the game for the Carolina Blaze all retired, but the worm has definitely turned. Already 3 runs have scored here in the 4th inning. Still just 1 out. Runner on at second base, Kowalik. Reese Atwood is the batter. Looking for her first professional hit. Talk about familiarity. Atwood, of course, 2-time national champion, playing for the Texas Longhorns. Each of the last 2 years, taking down Nyjah Kennedy's Texas Tech Red Raiders.
And that is what this league is all about. It allows us to see matchups that we would never see, right? A coach with Kowalik playing against a player, and then of course this matchup.
Deep to center field! Homer! Atwood takes Kennedy deep! A 2-run shot! And it's a 5-1 lead for Carolina!
And this matchup continues. We just saw this matchup last week in the Women's College World Series, and so this league allows us to see more of these rookies on the biggest stage, and Reese Atwood, all smiles. This is her first pro hit and her first home run, all in the same swing. Eyes are down, sees that pitch low, and just lifts this thing clear center.
Number 17, Jenna Laird.
Last 3 batters for Carolina. Homer, double, homer. Congratulations, Reese Atwood. First professional hit is a homer.
I know there were some fans chasing down that ball on the berm, but I feel like someone needs to go get that for her. You want that ball, right? You want your first rookie hit? You want your first rookie home run?
Heck yeah. These at-bats have been so much better. Second time through the lineup for Carolina. All right, Nicole is standing by with Reese Atwood. Nicole.
Reese, your first matchup again out of college is against Kennedy, and you get a home run. What did that feel like for you now being a member of the Blaze?
Yeah, it feels incredible. I mean, the Blazers welcomed me so gratefully, and I'm just excited to be here and to wear pink now.
I love it. The pink looks great. Mindset at the plate. You guys have been on a tear. 5 runs this inning so far, and just seeing the ball really well. What changed this inning?
Yeah, I mean, I think we kind of went up there with a new plan and just going and attacking hard, and that's what we did. I think this team does a great job of committing to our plans, so we come up together and just communicating with each other. It's been incredible.
Yeah, what has it been like to be playing professional softball with a crowd like this here today?
Yeah, I mean, North Carolina is amazing. This professional team, just being on Blaze, it's just a dream of mine. So coming out here and wearing pink again, it's just so amazing.
Thank you.
Into the batter's box for
Thank you,
Carolina.
Nicole. Thank you,
Right
Reese.
fielder, number 8.
That's the second out of the inning. Laird pops to the shortstop, Jennings.
I feel like we saw Reese kind of take a breath in that interview, like, oh, I did it. I got it out. I got it over with. Got my first hit. Yes, of course, it was an exclamation point that everyone will be highlighting all over social media, but just get that first hit out of the way. Get to celebrate with your new professional team.
First 8 Blaze batters, all retired in order. But the next 9, only 2 have been
There are no pitchers that are going to be scouted more than Carlin Pickens and Nigeri Kennedy, just because of how good they are. So you have to watch so much film if you want to have a chance at breaking them down.
Lassiter bounces out to goal. All right, this is your first round back in the spring draft. You had Pickens, Kennedy, Johnson, who has been phenomenal.
Yes.
Grant, Erickson, and Woolery. 2 UCLA Bruins, and Grant and George Woolery. Hard smash, but foul off the bat of Edenfield. Second-year pro Edenfield still looking for her first professional homer. Off the glove of the shortstop, Brito. Infield single for Edenfield. She's aboard with 1 out of the 5th inning.
Love the effort here up the middle from Brito. She's not going to be able to get to this. This is way too up the middle, but just the fact that she's able to glove it at all. And then you see the reaction from Edenfield trying to get the bottom half of this lineup going with a little infield single.
Here's Leanne Good. Bounce to second, leading off the 3rd inning. These 2 clubs will see each other tomorrow here in Durham, North Carolina. Quick 2-game series. Beautiful pitch.
That's that changeup, 64 miles an hour. See the spin. Throws it off of her rise ball so it tunnels almost exactly the same. It's so tough to pick up that 10-mile-an-hour difference.
What is a good mile-an-hour difference between your hardest pitch and a changeup?
Well, Carlin Pickens is different because she's bringing heat that nobody else is bringing. So her differential's about 10 miles an hour. Typically, you want it anywhere from 13 to 15, 16, 17. You even see a differential of 20. Devin Netz, her changeup will break it down in the 40s.
First strikeout in 10 batters for Pickens. Her 5th of the game. All of them have been looking. Everyone. 2 outs back to the top of the order. Riley Boone. If you're Pickens, 3rd time through the order, do you do anything different, or do you still wait for these Volt hitters to figure you out?
Well, the thing that I'm going to tell myself to do differently is not be afraid to pitch to contact. Strikeouts, great. If they come, fine. But just hit your corners, let your defense play behind you, and just make sure that you realize the contact that has been hit.
New format.
Just joining the Volts this week, we were talking to her GM, Kat Osterman, and she said that they were a little bit late. That's why we're playing today. This game was supposed to be yesterday, but some travel issues for the Volt, and Nyjah beat the team here in Durham. But it's such a whirlwind. We've been talking about this with all of the rookies, whether it's Reese Atwood or Carlin Pickens, Dakota Kennedy, Nyjah Kennedy. Like, these rookies, we just saw them at the Women's College World Series. Your collegiate career is wrapping up. Of course, you sign your contract and you've got to join a new team. And with the stars being the stars, right? The Carlin Pickens and the Nyjah Kennedys. It's not like you're just joining the team. You are going to be a key player, the key player. And right away, right? It's a long season, but in the same breath, every game and every pitch matters because only 6 teams, and you've got to position yourself to be in that top 3 if you want to make postseason. Well, Carlin Pickens and Nyjah Kennedy are going to get the ball a lot this month and next month.
Second time that Anna Gold has walked. Base runner with 1 out in the 5th inning for Carolina. That is the first walk allowed by Kennedy. And now she'll try and navigate the middle of the order. Third batter, Devin Netz, looking for her first hit today. Off-speed pitch, a beauty. 53-mile-an-hour changeup. Popped up behind home plate into the stands. What a story it was nationally when Nyjah decided to transfer from Stanford to Texas Tech 2 seasons ago. Into right field, coming on and playing it on a hop. This could be a force. It is. Oh, great defensive play by Riley Boone. She was thinking about diving, but then said, you know what? If I play this on a bounce, I think we can get a force out.
Left fielder number 22, Dakota.
Yeah, that's just heads up because you know that Anna Gold is going to be caught in that no man's land as a base runner, and so you want to make sure you play it clean. Really nothing that Gold can do about that.
For those of you wondering, that's actually not a single. That is just considered to be a force out at second. Score it 9-6. It was Jennings, the shortstop, covering second.
That's a fielder's choice. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, so it's not a base hit for Netz. Even the ball landed on the outfield grass. That's a tough pill to swallow.
That's tough. All right, FC9, you got it.
Here's Dakota Kennedy. Kennedy has impressed in her first week as a professional. Singled and scored her last time up. Actually drove in the first run of the game for the Blaze an inning ago. Lifts this one deep to center field. It's gone! Another 2-run homer for the Blaze.
Blaze home run. The third 2-run home run of the game.
First professional homer, Dakota Kennedy, and the lead is 7-1.
How about the third 2-run home run in this game for the Carolina Blaze? And Dakota Kennedy, we've been talking about how her bat is hot. She started opening week as a pinch hitter, and she has worked herself into that 4 spot, gets herself into a hitter's count, and just such a pretty swing.
Last 9 batters for the Blaze, we have had 3 2-run homers. First one was hit by the player in the right-handed batter's box right now, Alyssa Brito. He had one by Reese Atwood, and then Dakota Kennedy. Nicole is standing by with Dakota Kennedy. Nicole, take it away.
I mean, you scored the first run for the Blaze. They were just talking about it on the broadcast, and a massive 2-run home run. How did that swing feel? How does it feel to be on the Blaze offense right now?
It feels absolutely electric. I love this team, having so much fun. That swing felt like I can ask for more, honestly.
The smiles that I'm seeing in this dugout, like you said, you guys are having so much fun. What is it about this team that brings that kind of...
Carlin, get it done in the circle. Aubrey was the director of player development at Tennessee while Carlin Pickens was an athlete, and now they are on the same team. Of course, we talked to Aubrey earlier in this game.
Amina Vega, 0 for 2. Vega came into this game red hot, 5 for 10 with a homer and 2 triples. Who gets 2 triples in a 3-game window? Kenzie, Carlin Pickens has been really good, but she's pitching in a different environment than most every other pitcher so far this year in the AUSL. The run support she has received, incredible. While she's been on the mound in her 2 starts, the Blaze have put up 18 runs. 11 runs in the win on Wednesday, and she pitched the entire game. 11 runs in 5 innings, and already 7 runs here in the first 5 innings this afternoon.
Well, what has impressed me about Carlin is her ability to bounce back, and bounce back big time. Anytime there's been a single or a home run, she's found a way to just kind of limit it to just that. And you think about both of her starts, obviously today, and then her debut against the Cascade. It was the opponent that had the lead at the time until her team really put up a big spot and took the game from there. Just kind of think about, of course, the big home run against Megan Grant, right? That could have really shut down any rookie in the circle. Like, oh, okay, I don't feel very confident in my stuff. Well, she put her head down and went back to work, and it's why we're seeing 2 very long outings.
See the outs. Hey, the thing I've been impressed with Pickens, you see someone throwing 77 and 78 miles per hour, you just think it's going to be strikeout after strikeout. But for the most part, she has been in the zone and forced weak contact. Jennings hits this on the ground weakly. Gold thought about going to second, instead goes to first. Second out of the inning.
To the plate for the Bolts, number 4, Aaliyah Binford.
Gold took a really quick glance at second and said, we've got a 6-run lead. Let's just get the out.
Yep.
Here's Aaliyah Binford, homered against Pickens back in the 2nd inning. It would be nice if you're a member of the Carolina Blaze to get Pickens to go the distance here. They've got a game again tomorrow, and you'd like to have all your pitchers available and rested.
I'm excited about tomorrow's matchup if it holds. The projected starters are Alicia Ocasio against Rachel Garcia. Ocasio for the Blaze and Garcia for the Volts. 2 national champs, not former national champs, national champs, right? Florida and UCLA. Here's Ocasio out in right field, 2-way star.
Ocasio was mesmerizing in the opener back on Tuesday. Picked up the win, went 4 solid innings. Doesn't do it necessarily with overwhelming power, but spin, change of speed, fields her position. Binford not comfortable after just trying to get away from that pitch. I didn't think it hit her.
I didn't think it did either.
I think this is something that happened just trying to twist away from that pitch.
Ball's inside.
Oh,
it
no,
did hit her.
It did. Got her on the tip of the toe.
Okay.
So it's going to be a base runner, 1st and 2nd, with 2 outs for the Volts. Volts team that's already very thin.
Up next for the Bolts,
and
number 20, Jackie
how
Liss.
deeply they rely on Binford, both with the bat in her hands and pitching. They need her healthy.
Bolts with runners on 1st and 2nd with 2 outs.
Here's Jackie Liss. Liss has struck out and she's walked. Up against it 0-2.
Carlin Pickens back-to-back pitches on the outside part of the plate. Jackie Liss is standing pretty far off of the plate. And if I see that as Pickens, I'm just going to expose that outer half. I'm going to go a ball off here. Right there. Love it. Yeah, she wanted this one, but this is definitely a ball off, but you cannot locate it any better with an 0-2 count.
Pickens has 5 strikeouts. All of them have been looking. She understands home plate umpire Cam Ellison's strike zone.
Going back out.
Oh my goodness. Right through the legs.
Gotta give your coaches a hard time when you can, right?
Oh my
I'm sure
goodness.
in the dugout they're loving them up for it.
Hard backhanded by Brio. Throws across the diamond, and the side is retired. They've been hotter than a firecracker. First against Jessica Mullins, and now against Nyjah Kennedy. 9 times, 9 batters have now faced Kennedy. This is the first batter to see her twice, Kayla Kowalik. Bunt, Kennedy. Good play.
Substitution for the Bolts. And at catcher number 36, Jordan Rudley.
Nyjah taking over
For the Blaze.
with 1 out in the 4th inning. She has given up a couple of 2-run home runs. She's also given up a double. She has walked 1. She has not recorded a strikeout. This is professional softball, AUSL. These are all Americans as college players, and you don't see huge strikeout numbers at this level. Atwood homered her last time up. Slugged deep to left. Gone! Atwood's done it again! Her second homer of the ball game. How about Reese Atwood? Have a day, why don't you?
The rookies have arrived. And Reese Atwood is having herself a day. This is a national champion that goes up to meet this rise ball. That's at her face. Look at that swing. Hand stays so high. So much power.
Bunts laid down. Kennedy fumbled it for a bit, and Laird will be safe at first.
Just watch this ball travel.
For Carolina,
What a beautiful swing.
Blasted.
How about this? Reese Atwood, in 25 plate appearances against Kennedy as college player, had 1 homer. 1 in 25. She's got 2 homers and 2 at-bats this afternoon against Nyjah. Nicole is standing by. It's like deja vu. Nicole is with Reese Atwood once again.
It is deja vu. What was different from that swing to the first home run?
Yeah, I think I was just looking for something in, and it was my pitch I wanted to swing at, so I got my barrel to it.
Yeah, there was a pitch earlier that at bat. I saw you. It looked like you really wanted to swing. You took it, and you're waiting. How do you decide, I want to lay off, I want to stay and wait for that pitch that I want?
Yeah, I mean, talking to my teammates, talking to Brito and some of the other righties, Seven Nets, and just like coming up with a good plan and sticking to it. I think that was just like key to my performance up there.
Yeah, well, you look like your performance is out of this world. Thank you so much.
Aubrey Leach.
2 outs now. Runner on at first base is Laird, and here's Aubrey Leach. Leach is 0 for 3. She has put the ball in play each and every time. Not a surprise. She has not struck out so far this season. She may continue that trend, for a while. If Aubrey Leach played this entire season and didn't strike out, I wouldn't be that stunned.
I'm with you. I think she has some of the best, if not the best, barrel control. I just would not want to pitch to her. She's a tough out.
Well, Nyjah's got her set up now. Ball and 2 strikes. Can she sneak something past her? Nyjah looking for her first professional strikeout. (8-1) is our score. Bottom of the 6th inning. Squiver. Safe at first is Leach. Infield single for Aubrey Leach. First time that she's been aboard today.
Number 4, Anna Gold.
And folks, this game could come to a close quickly. Anna Gold is the batter. There are 2 outs here in the 6th inning. If you've played 5 innings and one side is leading by 8 runs, the game immediately comes to a close. So if the runner on at second base, Jenna Laird, can score, this game's immediately done, and it'll be a victory for the Carolina Blaze. And that hits Gold. And that'll load the bases for Devin Netz. So Laird is on at third, and we're 60 feet away from this one ending.
See Gold wearing the guard on the front arm, but she's probably thinking, man, that couldn't have hit the guard. It had to hit my back arm.
What a weird day for Gold. She's been aboard 3 times without the benefit of a base hit. She's walked twice and been hit. Well, Devin Netz can end the game right here. Softly, shallow center, it'll get down, and the ball game is over. Devin Netz plates Jenna Laird, and this game is immediately over because of the run rule. That's the 3rd consecutive game that the Carolina Blaze have played in a game that has ended because of the run rule. They've won 2 of them and lost 1 of them.